Hi everybody. Yeah, this is supposed to be the beginning of my new crafty week. It's starting really late because it's already the 25th. Only because I started filming at about 1:30 at night. So this is the next day already. I was supposed to start filming on Sunday, but I didn't feel very film like I could, so I finally decided to do that. Basically it's already Monday, so it's the 25th, but my crafty week started the same day my video came out, which was also a little bit late because I was spending the weekend at my mom's house just because my husband didn't want to leave me alone at my condition right now. And basically today I'm alone. I'm home alone all night, and that's a little bit nerve-wracking because of my term. I am 38 plus 3 weeks, so I mean 38 weeks and 3 days. So basically, counting, if you count, I am getting really close, and it can happen any day now. And spending the night alone, plus my husband is like an hour away of drive, and my mom is not really able to, she is not driving, so she lives like 15 minutes away, but she cannot drive here in the middle of the night. She has to wake up my uncle, and that's a whole different story. Anyways, hopefully tonight the baby will not decide to come. Maybe that's half of the reason why I'm not going to bed, because I just want to stay awake. Anyways, let me just show you a couple of projects that I've been stitching for the last couple of days. This is number one. This is my Scorpio. As you've probably seen during my last crafty week, I have stitched it. I'm sorry, I'm kind of having a baby brain. Pregnancy brain, I guess you can call it. I've changed the organization for this one because I really wanted to stitch it, and it really got hard to sit by a table or just hold a frame, a huge wooden frame, in any position. Plus I cannot sit straight very long, maybe for a couple of minutes, and then I just get really, painfully uncomfortable. So this is what I did. I just put it on Q-snaps. And the problem that I have with this project, I did not count the size of the fabric very well when I started. So the sides are really small. Can you see? There are only 2 centimeters from each side. So I cannot grab it with my Q-snaps. The stretch of the fabric is pretty good, but the sides here are falling, so that's not good. I'll have to get somebody who can stitch on a sewing machine, because I have one and I have no idea how to use it, and I really don't want to learn. I tried, but it's not my thing. I just cannot do it. So I need to find somebody who can stitch saw on a sewing machine, and that's a little bit of a problem right now. But yeah, it's not a good good size of side spares that I have left here. But when it was on the frame, it wasn't that noticeable because it was really stretched. But on a frame like this, on a Q-snaps, it's really uncomfortable because you cannot catch it. Anyways, and plus I hope that when I'll decide to frame this, I still will need to add the sides, because they will not be able to, get it on the frame, or I don't know how to call it. Anyways, as you can see, I've already moved from this little part that I was stitching, and I am now starting, well, not now, but when I start I will be the last little square from this row, and then I'll be able to move up. That's going to be very interesting. I cannot wait to like cross the 50% for this one, which I still have a little bit to go for, but yeah, I just really want to start and filling in all the red and fiery colors from this project. But I still have quite a bit of work to do. Actually, this project I think will move a little bit faster because it will be a little bit more comfortable for me to stitch. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe eventually I will put it back on the frame. I do want to do that, but I think that will be in quite a few months from now, because I think that I will be uncomfortable to sit very well during the next couple of months. So we'll see, but let's open my saga and I'll show you how much I've stitched. Okay, so this is it. 20.40 something percent are already finished. If we open this, we will open pattern. Come on. Okay, so this is the side that I am going to be stitching right now. Let's see if I have any creatures there. No, nothing there. Just some more abstract blue background. So yeah, that's not nice. But I love this project. I don't know, maybe it's the blue colors. I have no idea, but I really enjoy stitching this. So let's see. Okay, 100 days I've been stitching this. Altogether, 100 days. On the 24th, which was, I guess, yesterday. It was supposed to be today, but it was yesterday. 297 crosses have been stitched. So that's nice. That's a good amount. I wasn't really planning on stitching it, but I really wanted to finish that last fragment so I can move on to the last one on this row. So yeah, I did it. I did finish it, and now I have 27,641 crosses stitched out of 135,000, and that's not that much, but that's a lot. I think that this will start moving a little faster, maybe, I hope so. So let's move on to the next one. Alright, so can you see this beauty? This is my new project. This is the bellflowers, I guess. On Russian it's called bellflowers. I have no idea how you call it in English. If anybody knows, I would love to know. But can you see how much I've stitched already? It's so fun to stitch. I love stitching it. I have a lot of thread left, so I eventually didn't really need more than one, thread, how do you call it? Piece from each color, and I'll have a lot of threads left. I already have little bobbins that I want to move them on once I finish this project, and that way I'll be able to follow up which colors I already have and which colors I need to buy for the next project, because I will only need to add the colors that I'm missing from the next project. And some of these projects have the same colors in them, like the greens, the purples, that's for sure. So I won't have to buy like a lot of threads from each color, so they will just be lying in some stash in my drawer. So that's the idea that I have. For now, this is what I have. It's like a lot. a lot of stitching, considering that I haven't been stitching that for that long, but it's really easy and it's really fun, and the colors are so tasty, and I love this. I mean, I am planning on doing the rest of them as well. I really think that I will enjoy that. Let's see how much I've stitched by now. Okay, so look at this, 50% already finished. I mean, there's a lot of percentage here that goes into backstitch because there's a lot of backstitch. I think that I don't have that much crosses to stitch for anymore, but we'll see. I love stitching these, really. I'm already planning the next one. Can you see? I mean, some of the colors are already finished. Some of them are like already, you know, going to be finished. Like this one, I always go by numbers, by color spots. So everything is really logical. You don't have singles in here. The charts are really thought over and really worked on, and the designer is amazing. So really, I really enjoy them. So if we check out our timeline calendar, 12 days I've been stitching this, and I have stitched 3,591 crosses out of 5,497, which is a lot. I still have a lot of backstitch to do. Can you see, like half of this is backstitch, so there's a lot of work left. And on the 23rd, 22nd, 21st, can you see? The jumps that I do with stitching are more or less the same amount. Some of these days I have been stitching less, but that's, I think, the days where I was skipping over 12 o'clock at night, so that was just counting that. Anyways, I think that this project is so fun to stitch. I am not sorry for a second that I chose to do that. And yeah, I love stitching stuff that I love stitching, that I'm not making myself stitch just because I've already started it. That's not fun. But once you start something that you so enjoy, it's just fun to do. Okay, next one and the last one. So last one is my lighthouse. This is Chimera Lighthouse. You all know this, my favorite one. Well, except the new, you know, bellflowers. But can you see how much I've stitched already? I mean, I'm almost finished with this, but I do know that there will be a lot of work with these little trees over there. So I am trusting that I will have quite a bit of work. I am stitching the lighthouse right now. This is the the house under the lighthouse. So you can already see the little window up there, and if you look from the far, it actually looks like a brick house. If you look from up close, it looks like a crazy mess. I mean, there's so many singles here. Not an easy stitch. If you ever want to stitch this project, I mean, it is beautiful, but it's really not an easy stitch. You need to work on that a lot. And if you don't like singles, you will have to stitch a lot of them in here. But the outcome is amazing. I mean, I really am in love with this. Plus, I love the fabric, but you already know that. Anyways, I think that this one is beautiful. Let's see how much I have stitched on Saga. So 52.80 something percent are already stitched. If we open this and check out our timeline, we'll be able to see that. Come on. Okay, so open up. So 84 days 84 days I'm stitching this, not 100 yet, but I've already finished much more than the Scorpio. I've been stitching how many? Like 100 days. Okay, so on the 25th, which was already today because I've set over 12 o'clock at night, of course, 182. we can count it like today, like Monday, but I like to like sum it into the last day, like to the 24th, add it to the 24th, because it was still the same stitching day. I don't know, count it however you want, but on the 24th I've stitched 394 crosses, and the 23rd 36, which is quite a bit. So I've been stitching it for the last, let's say 3 days, okay, for the last 3 days, and I have quite a bit of a progress with this little house, which is not easy because it has so many singles in it, so many, but I think that it looks amazing. I am not sorry for a bit that I've started this, and I think that once I finish it, this will be one of my favorite pieces ever. Yeah. Anyways, I've been talking too long. I think I need to go get some rest, I guess, because it's really late. Well, it's already 2 o'clock, like 2:15 already, so I think it's time to go to bed. It's almost morning, so yeah, that's a good idea. I'm actually not sure how much I'll be able to film this week, because I'm not sure when the baby will come, if he'll decide to come this week or the next one, or maybe he'll be late. I have the feeling that we have quite a couple of days left. I'm not sure. This is my first baby, so I'm not really sure what you're supposed to be feeling. I am feeling some contractions here and there, but I don't think that they're that strong, so I have to, call the doctor or anything. I still have like weight assumption, I guess, on the 27th, so that's something that I hope that I'll be able to get to, because I really want to know how much he weighs right now. Last time we weighed, it was about 2 kilograms, 700 grams, so he wasn't even 3 kilos yet, but I think by now he's supposed to be. Anyways, hopefully I'll be able to finish this crafty week. If not, maybe my video will be really delayed if I am not releasing a video on Saturday. Then I probably already have given birth. If I do, then good for me. Anyways, wish me luck. I am so crazy terrified of what's going to happen, but can't wait to see him, really. I was waiting for him for so many years, and finally, hopefully he'll be amazing. I know he will be. Anyways, I'm starting to, talk stuff that are not related. Okay, anyways, I will see you in my next clip. Hey, so today is Friday, and yes, I'm still here. I am still well, there's 2 of us in here, but it's coming. I have the feeling that next week it will be happening, but we'll see. It depends on him, on when he will decide to appear, and I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, I wanted to update you on today's, well, not today's, but this week's progress, because I haven't been filming every day this week. I've only filmed on the 24th, I think, and that was just because I'm getting really tired very fast, and I tend to be very tired by the end of a day. Even though I'm not doing much, I'm trying to rest as much as I can, but still, by the end of the day, I am kind of beat, and I want to go to bed, and I don't want to film. So I decided to just film 2 times this week, in the beginning and in the end, just to show you my updates that what I did stitch, I mean, during this week, and hopefully it will be noticeable. So this is project number 1. I've actually had an accident with this today. I'm going to tell you in a second, and I'm so lucky that I have saved a background for the patterns that I do on Saga. If you use any program and you use a digital chart, I would recommend to save your progresses. Maybe not every day if you forget, but every couple of days, every week at least, because if something happens to your tablet or your phone or whatever it is you're using for this program, or if something happens to the program, you will always have a a backup for your chart, so you won't have to start from zero and just color everything from zero. So I was lucky enough to save my pattern that I was working on, because I actually deleted everything that happened there. I don't know how I did it. I just pressed OK for some reason on a question that popped when I pressed a button that I wasn't supposed to, and that erased everything that I did from the beginning. So I don't know what's going to happen next, because I tend to forget a lot of things, but I did manage to bring back what I've done. I just had to color a couple of crosses in this area that I'm stitching right now, because that's what was missing. And right after that, I saved all my patterns that I was working on from today. So always save your work, because it can get lost, you can get erased, and so you can back it up and bring it back into your working routine, I guess, because it really scared me for a moment, because I didn't remember if I had saved my pattern in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, anyways, this is my Scorpio from Chimera, you all know that, and my new arrangement for this makes it much easier to stitch. It's much easier to hold in my hand. I don't have to sit in certain uncomfortable positions, and every position is right uncomfortable for me right now. So yeah, so I can stitch it more comfortably, and I am really happy that I actually did that, because it can move like as much as I can, and I can pick it up and stitch it as much as I can. So that's fun. I've actually progressed a little bit with this. Hopefully it's noticeable, the progress. I think that I showed it in the beginning of this week and right now, so I don't know if you can see a difference. I think that there is a difference, though I don't stitch it that much, but still, I mean, there has to be a difference. Anyways, let's see on Saga. So this is it. 20.90 something percent have been stitched, and if I open this, which I have done when I was filming my Russian version, and that was something that I have made a mistake with. So this is it, and I actually pressed an erase button that is somewhere around here. I don't even remember where I pressed it, and I erased everything. My project was on zero, nothing was colored, and it looked like I've never started it. But as you can see, I've brought it back from the dead. So yeah, so today no, I haven't stitched 1035 crosses. It's just because I colored them in, because the last time that I was stitching was on the 12th apparently. That was the last day that I have filmed. I mean, not filmed, don't remember what I wanted to say. The last time that I saved this. So I have been stitching it yesterday, no, on the 27th, the 25th, I was stitching it, but sorry, it got erased. So it seems like I've stitched 1035 crosses today, but I haven't even touched it today, so that's sad. But still, I have 20.90% finished, and that's not a crazy amount, but that's enough, I guess. Considering the time that I spend on it, I don't stitch it that much, but that's fine. So remember to save, always save your work. Even at work, save your work. Okay, so next is my lighthouse. Alright, so this is project number 2 for this week. This is my lighthouse. Can you tell how much I have progressed? When you look from the far, you can actually see the window that had grown inside, you know, the roof, I guess. It's the roof. So it's kind of an attic, I think. It's really growing, but still I have a lot of work to do. Soon this whole area will be finished. This whole thing is already filled in, though I still have a couple of singles in here that are spread out, but you know, there will always be a lot of singles in these projects. I don't know if every one of them is like that, but this particular image is really complicated to stitch. It's not an easy project. It has a lot of tiny little details, and yeah, it's taking time, so I'm enjoying it, so it doesn't matter. But soon I will be finishing this little area, and then I'll move to the last little square in this like row, I guess, and move up so I can start stitch the sky again and the lighthouse itself. So yeah, let's see on Saga how much I've stitched. I'm just going to pick my tablet up. There it is. Alright, so 53.20 something% I've already finished. If we open it, hi, you can see me. Sorry, but my windows are open again. Sunlight, I love opening the windows this time. It's about, it's like 2:20 in the afternoon, so it's really nice outside, not really shiny, and it's not hot today, so thank God. But okay, so this is what I'm going to stitch next. I don't know if I'm going to stitch this today or tomorrow, but my plan is to pick it up during these next 2 days. Now, opening our calendar. All right, 26th, 25th, 24th, 23rd, I've stitched it every day since then. The 24th, I think that was the day that I filmed. I think that was Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. And 25th, I think that I just kept stitching from the 24th. So I had 182, and on the 26th, I've stitched 503 half crosses. So I have been stitching it quite a bit. I altogether have this project in my rotation for 85 stitching days. So that's, you know, that's almost 100, not quite yet there. But I've already stitched 53.24%, so that's already after, I wanted to say after midnight, but it's crossed the limit of the 50%, and now the countdown began, and now I'm counting back. So now I'm waiting for the 60, the 70, and 80, and 100, so it's kind of counting back now, not forward. And that's really fun. I always love seeing 50% on my projects because it's amazing feeling, especially when you're stitching a large project like this one. So that's fun. Now let's move on to the last one that I have stitched this week and today, and I am absolutely in love with. And it's my bell from this is my designer chart from Elisa Aknias, one of them, and this is the first one, of course, out of all. I think I have 6 of them, and or even more. like 6 or 7 or 8 of them. I don't even remember, but I love how it comes out. I love the colors. I love how it's stitched. I love the fabric that it's stitched on. I'm really enjoying this project. I stitch it practically every day for as much as I can, and that's why my other projects are suffering a little bit. I don't know what's the reason for that. Maybe it's because I am really enjoying it. Maybe it's because it's something new for me, and a new project is always really interesting to stitch. But I absolutely love the fabric. I love Morana 32 count from Zweigart. Amazing fabric. I really enjoy stitching on it. The threads are of course DMC, so they are, you know, DMC is a good thread. The colors are so beautiful. I mean, some of these greens are amazing. Some of the purples are beautiful. I cannot say enough for this. So many beautiful colors. I'm always done with the crosses, just a little left to go, some over here, some over here, and inside the flower, and then I'll be able to move to the back stitch, which is a very I don't know if I can say a complicated point of this project, but there's a lot of backstitch to do. So hopefully I will be able to do that and not get tired of it. But I am waiting to see and, you know, start stitching it, because there is a little bit of an experiment, I guess, that I want to do with a new thread that I didn't want to use as a, you know, a 2-strand backstitch. I wanted to use 1 strand that is thick enough to be 2. So we'll see how that will go. That will be a very interesting experience for me. And that's about it. So let me show you again my saga and how much I've stitched from this one. Okay, so this is it. 70.40 something % I've already stitched. Can you imagine how much have happened? I mean, it's a very good progress. So everything is already colored. There are some French knots in here which I'm going to do last, and hopefully I'll be able to do them, because, well, I've never done French knots before. I have no idea how to do them. I will have to watch some tutorials, so hopefully I'll be able to do them. But as you can see, like I said, just a little bit left to go, like little areas like these, and that will go very fast, I know. So I'm not sure if I'm going to finish this today or maybe tomorrow, but definitely during the last or the next 2 days I will try to finish the crosses in this project. So let's see how much I've stitched on calendar. 17.47 % I have stitched 5,042 crosses out of 5,497 crosses. So I have, you know, about 400 and something crosses left to do, which is not that much. That's just like 1 day of work, especially that this project is so, you know, there's not a lot of color changes in it. So the 29th is today. I've been stitching this during this morning. 240 crosses I've stitched today. Maybe that's enough for today. I don't know. Maybe I want to move to a next project. I think I do. I think that's the time for that. 240 is a good amount, and I still have tomorrow to stitch, hopefully, if our little guy won't decide to show up. So yeah, 29, 28, 27, 26. I've been stitching this every day since I've started. Can you see? Like 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Every single day I've been stitching this, which is kind of a show that I am enjoying this project very much, and I am planning to start the next one of these series after I finish this one. But again, we'll see how that will work out, because again, there's not a lot of time left and the baby is about to appear, so I don't know how that will work out. But I still have a lot of plans. I have a lot of plans for new projects, for new purchases. Oh, sorry. My TV just turned on. So I want to ask you guys again, what would you rather see? If there's anything that you would like me to purchase, or if there's anything that you want to see on my channel, like certain designs, certain like stuff, kinds of cross stitch, like companies, maybe, I don't know, whatever it is that you would like to see or know, I would love to film it for you. And I would love to explain it to you, so hopefully it will be interesting for you to, you know, ask questions and get answers. I do have a couple of questions that I need to answer, and I try to answer every comment that I get. Sometimes I lose them for some reason. They just don't appear on the videos or under the videos, and I just see them after a while. So I'm sorry if somebody asked me a question and I didn't answer, but yeah, I am trying. Anyways, that's about it for this week. Again, hopefully you saw the progress in at least these 2 days of filming, so it was just the beginning and the end of the week, and hopefully I will be able to see you next week, though I'm not really sure about that, but we'll see, you know, you never know. So yeah, so I'll tell you goodbye. Subscribe, write comments, give me thumbs up, of course, and I will see you in my next video. So I'll see you later. Bye bye.